Hey guys, welcome back. So today I'm going to be showing you my everyday makeup. It takes me roughly 10 minutes in the morning and it's super easy. So yeah, I thought I would show you guys just how I do my makeup and also the products that I'm loving right now. So if you guys want to see how I do my makeup or want to find some new products to use, just keep watching. Okay, so the first step I'm going to start with is moisturizing because I'm super dry, especially in the winter, and I just feel like it helps my makeup lay better on my face. So I'm going to start out by using this Mercier Badescu Hydro Moisturizer with vitamin C, and I just have the travel size right now because I'm kind of in the middle of trying moisturizers and trying to find a new one, and I really like this one. It seems pretty light, so I like to wear it under my makeup. So the next thing I'm going to do is put on some under eye cream that is like a brightening cream. I really like this stuff. I've talked about it a lot. I don't know how to say this brand, but it's a Banana Bright eye cream, and I love to put this on before I put makeup on. Alright, the next thing that I'm going to moisturize are my lips. And I am using the Mercier Badescu Lip Balm, which if you guys haven't tried this, you need to go buy it. It is amazing. I always put this on at the beginning of my makeup routine so that if I put lipstick on later, my lips are nice and soft. So my lipstick or lip liner, it lays like way nicer and a lot more even. Okay, so the next step is primer. I use the Makeup Forever Step 1 Skin Equalizer. I do get a little redness in my face, so that's why I bought this one, and I am really liking it. So I'll put this all over my face, especially around like the nose and forehead area, and also under eye, just to help from any creasing that might happen later. Okay, so the next thing that I do is foundation, and I randomly mixed these two foundations together one day and I kind of never turned back. This is Born This Way by Too Faced, and I really like this because it's full coverage, and you can definitely build it up if you want it even more full coverage. And then the CC Cream by IT Cosmetics is really nice just because it's lighter, and some days I'll just wear this on its own when I don't feel like putting as much makeup on. So I put one pump of each foundation on the back of my hand and kind of mix it together with this beauty blender. This one's by Real Techniques and I really like it. Make sure you get this super wet before you use it. Some people I don't think get it wet, and that just would suck up all your foundation and you would lose a ton of product. I use just like tap water to get it wet, but then right before I do my foundation, I'll just spray it with a little rose water. I don't know if it does anything, but it just feels really good and I like it. So I just start by like patting it into my skin and just pouncing until it's all blended. Okay, so the next step is concealer, which I use under my eyes and sometimes on my chin. I use the Tarte Shape Tape Concealer in the color Light Sand. This is a little light for me, but we're just gonna go with it for today. And I just apply a little bit under my eye. A little goes a long way with this concealer, and just like a little bit on my chin. Respray the beauty blender. And then I just do the same thing with my foundation and I just tap this in. Make sure that you do your eyelid as well as your under eye, just to make sure that that whole area is the same color, and it will help get rid of any veins or redness that you have in your eyelid. Alright, so next I'm going to set everything that I just did, and I use the Laura Mercier Translucent Setting Powder. I really like this stuff, and I don't bake crazily, like I just do it to make sure that it stays throughout the day. But I'll use the same sponge and put a little bit under my eye, and I'll let that just kind of sit for a little while. So it looks like I have a ton on, but I'll brush that off after it sits for a little while. I guess that's what's considered baking, but I just don't do it like a crazy amount. Alright, so now that I have pretty much a flat face and it's all one color basically, I'm gonna start bringing in some colors to warm up my face. I just use a bronzer to kind of contour and bronze at the same time. I don't really go crazy with the contour thing, but I love the Hoola Benefit bronzer. It's very popular. It comes in 2 shades, and I believe I use the darker one. There's like a light and a dark, and I use the dark. So I just use this bronzer, and I use a smaller brush to just kind of bronze up my face and my cheekbones. On my jawline as well, just to help define that and hide any double chin that might be there. That is there. Okay, bronzer is done. Okay, so next is blush, and I've been using this really peachy color. I think it looks really nice with a bronzer. So I've been using this one by Anastasia. I do not know how to say that, but it's in the color Coastline, and I will just apply that really slightly to my cheekbones, and I just tap that like this, and then I kind of bring it up a little bit just to help blend that in. Okay, highlighting next, and it's one of my favorite parts. I actually use two kinds right now. I use one by Hourglass that's called Luminous Light, and this one is just super subtle. It's not a strong highlight, so if you want a highlighter but you don't want it to like blind you, use this, and you can use this on its own. It's like really pretty. So I'll just use a little tapered brush by Morphe, and this is the M501, and I really like this brush, and I'll add this to my like cheekbones, and I'll even put this a little down onto my actual cheek and blend it in with my blush, just because it's super subtle and it's not really harsh, and I think it's really pretty when it mixes with your blush. And down the bridge of my nose. If you don't want to draw attention to your nose, don't do that, but I like a little bit and a little bit on my Cupid's bow. And next, just because I really like highlighter, I'm going to add this one by Becca, and it's in the color Opal, and this is super strong and very bright, so I use this super light-handedly. Mine is destroyed right now. It's like broken to pieces, but I'll just put a little bit on my brush, and this I only put like a little bit right here, a tiny bit on the tip of my nose. So next is brows, and I love to do my brows. I feel like they change my look totally. So I will just use this Anastasia brow definer. I've been using this for a long time, and it's kind of hard to show. Let me try to zoom you guys in. Okay, you guys are up close and personal. So with the brow definer, I will just take it, start at the bottom, and just in light strokes kind of outline the shape that I want my brows in. And then I extend it a little bit, because your brow should go to the corner. Like if you drew a line from the corner of your eye out, that's how long it should be. So I'll just extend my brow a little bit, just because mine doesn't go as long as that. And then I'll do the same from the upper part. And this is all really light. You don't want to like overdo it, otherwise they look super fake and drawn on. So just light strokes and kind of connect the lines. Okay, so once they're defined, I like to take the brush, or the spoolie end of this, and I really just brush up to help blend the line of my brow so it's not a sharp line that I drew. So I'll just like lightly go in and fade that together. And once that's done, then I'll go in and I'll just, any spots that I see that are a little sparse or I feel like need to be darkened, I will go in light strokes and just fill that in. And then once I do that, I'll go back in with a spoolie and really just blend all of it together. This is, I think, the biggest part of brows, is just to make sure that there's no harsh lines or gaps in your brow. If you can do that, I think you can make a pretty good brow. Okay, so now that my brows are done, I'm gonna go in with some face spray. I do this before I do my eyes, just so that my mascara doesn't get under my eyes or something. And I use the Badescu facial spray that is rose water. They have different scents, but this is one of my favorites. And I'll just spray my entire face just to help keep it, I feel like it helps to just blend everything together and fill in any lines that there might be. For my eyes, I don't do a ton, but I feel like I need to just because I don't have a ton of lashes. So I go in with a really nude color for all over my lid, and this is from the Morphe palette. And I basically, let me zoom you in, basically just go all over my lid with this color. just to kind of create, I don't know, some definition, and then it's all the same color. And then next I honestly use my bronzer, and I use a bigger fluffy brush, and I put this in my crease and I just wiggle it like back and forth just to kind of help my eyes have just a little more definition. Like I said, just a very bronzy eye is what I do. I don't do a lot. Okay, and like I said, I don't have a ton of eyelashes, so I have started taking a skinny angled brush, and then I spray it with the same facial spray, just a little bit dark maroon color for kind of like a liner. And I use maroon because I have hazel eyes, and maroon is supposed to bring out the green. So I just take that and line really lightly on my lid. Okay, and once that's done, then I take my bronzer again and I go under my lash line just to help create a little more definition down there as well. So the next I'll go in with mascara, and I do the upper and the lower lashes, and I'm using the Benefits Bad Gal Bang, and I actually really love this mascara. I'll just put that on. The last step is lips, and right now I'm loving the Kat Von D Bone and Arrow. I have it in the lip liner and the liquid lipstick that is matte, and I love that combination together. But today I'm actually going to do that as my lip liner and then use this NYX Butter Gloss in the color Eclair on top. I'm just kind of feeling the glossy lip right now, so I'll just start with the liner and I'll line my lips. Actually fill them in with this liner as well. Okay, so it's just a pretty nude, and then I will go ahead and put a little bit of this gloss on top of it. So that is what I do basically every day. It takes me around like 10 to 15 minutes every morning, and it's not super natural, but it's also not like a dramatic look, so I can wear this to work, or if I'm going out with friends. That's basically what I do every day. And yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this tutorial, and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye!